Ooh, 5. Alright. Day 25. 50 of everything. Push-ups, sit-ups, dips, and delt raises. And if anybody's wondering, oh my gosh, I can barely lift my arm now. Turn off the music there. I've got a weight here for my dumbbells. This is 7.5 pounds times 2, that's 15 pounds plus 5. So each of these dumbbells is 20 pounds. So 20 pounds on each arm. So a medium amount, nothing too wild. Day 25, 50 of everything. Every time I do this workout, I think that today is going to be the day that I just can't do it anymore. Like I just can't do the weight or something like that. Every time I do this, I always think I'm gonna fail this time, but I just keep pushing through, and I make it each time. It's just it's more of a mental workout than anything, and that's why I chose this workout, because I like my long-term challenges to be psychological. I think this is the perfect challenge though, because not only is it a psychological challenge, but it's also going to make me physically more fit and stuff, ready for whatever. Endurance is so underrated. People don't realize how important endurance is until you get in a position where it's so easy to get winded doing just regular things. Like well, I don't want to use like a violence for an example, because there's a lot better things that more people will likely need. But one example is like MMA fighters. They have to do a lot of endurance training to be able to be physically ready for what they do, and it's because you're not just throwing punches, but you're moving every part of your body. The same is when I was doing lifeguard training, and we did this rescue where you have to support the victim's head and neck. You stick a floaty deal under their lower back, and then you support their head and neck while you swim them across the pool to the extraction point or extrication point. And during that swim, you're using only your legs, and you have to, in our pool, we had to swim over 3 ropes, and you can't go under the ropes obviously, because your victim is going to take in water. They need to be able to breathe the whole way, so you got to swim over the ropes, but you can't use your hands. You'd be surprised how difficult that is, just using only your feet, not only trying to keep yourself afloat, but keep the victim afloat. And it's incredibly challenging, something that I would have never expected to be so physically demanding. But again, endurance. There's so many other things. I can't think of anything else right off the top of my head, but there's a lot of different deals, that mainly emergency type situations, and I personally like to be prepared for every possible thing that could happen. And so endurance training, if you want to be prepared for the widest variety of possible things, any sport, you can benefit from endurance training too, except for like maybe not tennis or something. Any sport that involves a lot of movement, like running and stuff. Everybody forgets about the endurance, and they wonder why they're exhausted. I love endurance workouts. So anyways, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but if there's anybody following along with this workout, which I doubt it, because I this isn't really a public channel or anything. I'm making this videos more for me than anything. But for anyone who's following along with this, for starters, if I can find the motivation to do this while I have a cold and 2 injured feet, if I can keep pushing through, then you can do it. It doesn't matter what you got going on. No matter what you're going through, right now, it's a 10 out of 10. Later, you might experience something that's worse, and then that will be a 10 out of 10 on the pain scale or whatever. But right now, just the way the human mind works, it'll try to do anything to get you from exerting, overexerting. So your body's going to tell you that it's a 10 out of 10, holding you back. If it's a cold, or maybe you're just tired, maybe you're depressed, whatever is going on. But you will be glad after it's over. Every time I do a workout, it's a victory. It's psychologically a victory. And that has a huge impact just on my whole day. On, just knowing that I win at something every day. It just makes things a little bit more bearable, a little bit more enjoyable. So this was my daily victory. Now, a smaller goal of mine is to be able to do all 50 of these push-ups in a row without stopping to breathe before the workout bumps up to 60 push-ups at a time. So I think I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I'll just have one more chance to do 50 push-ups, and then it bumps up to 60. So I don't know, maybe I'll get it next time. That'll be 3 days from now, so maybe I'll pull it off. Damn. I'm excited though to get to the end of the workout where I'm doing 500 push-ups in a workout. That'll be good. Especially if I could do like 50 at a time, or maybe even, well, okay, an entirely attainable goal would be to do somewhere around 120 push-ups at a time. And the reason I say that is because there's guys in the military who do this test, and it's a 20, I may have talked about this in my last video. Anyways, they do this test where they have 2 minutes to do as many push-ups as they can. They also do the same thing with the different exercises like pull-ups and sit-ups and stuff. But anyways, they've got 2 minutes to do as many push-ups as they can. And there's guys who do push-ups continually for the 2 minutes straight. That's 120 seconds. If you do a push-up a second, you could do as many as 120 push-ups in a row. And that's pretty cool. But anyways, my goal is 500. If I don't make it there, I'll still be doing as good as or better than some of those guys who do that military test. So that's my thinking. Yeah. Alright, I'm out of things to say. I'll see you guys next time.